번만 더.
Hi, I'm Dolly, but you can call me Dabz. Okay, so today I'm reviewing Again But Better by Riccio. Riccio is a booktuber, and if you're familiar with like the booktube community, then you'll know who she is. She's Poland Banana Books, and she's really cool. Go check her out. So basically, this book is about a girl named Shane. She wants to redo college because she felt like when she went to college, she felt like she didn't make that many friends. She didn't really live her life. She wasn't really social, and like she didn't do that much except just study and tests and like school. She didn't make any friends except for the people in her dorm. So she wants to redo college. So she takes this study abroad program and she goes to Europe where she takes this program. She chose creative writing as her like thing, but her parents think that she chose pre-med, which is like medical, because her parents want her to do something like medical school, law school, like business, something like that. But her passion is in writing and like creative writing. So she chose creative writing, and her parents think that she's in pre-med. And so it's kind of about that aspect of her life, plus meeting new friends, and trying to find someone that she loves, and like, yeah. So I really liked the storyline of this book. I really liked how she went to Europe, and I think that this book is inspired by when Christine went to Europe, and I really liked the storyline and I liked the plot. One thing that I really liked, I mentioned this in my January wrap-up, go check it out, but I really liked how the conversations in these books were very like, they were flawed and they weren't perfect and they were natural. And I also liked the characters in this book. So there was I'm just gonna name a couple. Shane, there was Pilot, there was Babe, there was Sarah, and there was Atticus. I liked how they were all very diverse from each other. They were very different and they all had imperfections of some sort. So I really liked how this book kind of followed Shane's journey through like hope and determination and second chances. And there is kind of like a twist that I don't want to say that much about, but it's like a twist throughout like the middle of the book, and it like really shocked me and I was not expecting it at all. Okay, so this book had a lot of references to things like the Mortal Instruments series. There was a lot of Harry Potter references in here. Shane has these journals and she has like 9 or 8 of them, and she calls them her Horcruxes because she pours out her soul into those notebooks or those journals, and she calls them like Horcrux number 1, 2, and that was really cool because like I understood that because I love Harry Potter. And she also talks about like Taylor Swift, and she talks about the Beatles, and she talks about a lot of like pop culture things. One thing that I didn't really like is that Shane, the main character, in the beginning of the book, she talked a lot about how she didn't make any friends, she had social anxiety, stuff like that she wasn't really social. But then later in the book, at some point in the book, it seemed like her social anxiety just disappeared. She was totally okay with like talking to strangers, making friends. And I don't know why, that just felt weird to me. It didn't slowly transition into her like becoming more social. It just kind of like happened. Okay, so in the beginning of the book it says author's note, and it talks about how Riccio always reads books about like teenagers, people in like high school not being social or not being able to make friends, but she never reads that many books about people in their like 20s, like in college, not being able to make friends. And apparently, I think she wrote that she kind of went through that kind of thing when she was like in college. So she wanted to write a book kind of like that. The last thing that I want to talk about is, well, there's 2 things. One of them is the ending of this book was really sweet, but it was also very like it was very open. I feel like you could think of what happened next, and it was really, I liked it. Okay, so basically, I bought this book from Barnes & Noble, and it's a YA book club, like, exclusive thing. I don't know if this is just in, like, the exclusive. I think it's just in the exclusive one. But it talked about deleted scenes. Let's find the page. Oh, she also has behind the scenes, like, Q&A. Deleted scenes. And, like, the deleted, like, entire chapters that were just, like, not put in. She also puts a lot about, like, the music has a big impact on the book. So in the Q&A, she talks about her favorite songs, and also on Spotify, there's a playlist called Again But Better. I listened to part of it, and it's pretty good. Oh, and the last thing I want to do, I said before I had two last things, right? The last thing that I want to talk about is, well, there's two things. One, is I like the cover. It kind of like shows like her life before she went to Europe and like experienced these things, and then like after, or like, I don't know what it. Well, that's what I think it is, but it feels like the cover, you can imagine it in your own way, what it means to you. Oh yeah, but one last thing that I want to add is that this book has like romance in it, and it also has like family relationships, friendships, and just finding yourself and your own path as well. Yeah, there is one more thing that I want to add, but I can't say it because it's a spoiler. It's a pretty big spoiler, and so I can't really say that. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this, and happy reading. One thing that I really want to talk about is how she wrote this book, and I feel like I don't know how to say, like, I don't know how to, hold on.